Four, three, two, one. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Junior Golf Podcast. My name is Ro Thompson. I'm your host. And man, we've got some special guests on the podcast tonight. We've got an awesome organization in the state of Pennsylvania by the name of the Green Ladies Club. And man, we're excited to have some guests on tonight. We're going to bring on Kyle Spalding, who will be one of our guests, and we're going to bring on Patricia Bantom. Okay, Pat, you still there?
I'm still here.
There you go. All right, so Pat, welcome to the podcast tonight. How you doing?
I'm great, thank you.
Beautiful. Well, listen, before we get into the invitational and the Green Ladies Club, tell us a little bit about yourself before we get into some of the specifics.
Okay, first I will correct you, sorry. Greens Ladies, because our color is not green. So it's green with apostrophe S. Okay, we're the Green Ladies.
Thank you, Pat.
All right, that's okay. All right, so I am married. My husband and I have 3 children, 2 grandchildren. I am retired. And like yourself, I was a math teacher in middle school. So isn't that interesting? Yeah. And I did that for about 30 years. So I loved it, actually.
Yes, you did, 30 years.
Yeah. I enjoyed playing tennis and golf and pickleball. So I stayed pretty active. And golf and pickleball are basically my outdoor sports. So I have to juggle the time with those two. But it's all good. I'm currently a real estate agent, so I stay busy. I am with the Greens Ladies. I'm the president, so I think that's why I'm here.
Yes.
So we'll go on to about them at a later time. But that's pretty much what I do and what I'm into. And I live in Sicklerville, New Jersey. Okay. I'm a Jersey girl.
Awesome. And I don't know if you saw in my bio, I can't remember if I put it in there, but I'm a junior tennis player. I grew up playing tennis, and I was ranked 15 in the state of South Carolina, and went on to South Carolina State, and won a couple of MEAC titles. So similar math, tennis, golf, the whole nine.
Right. Pickleball is next.
Pickleball, right? So how did you get in? How did you get started in the game of golf?
I was playing tennis on a regular basis, and it seemed like as my friends got older, parts of their body got weaker. So the knees went, shoulder went, and so forth. And so they switched over from tennis to golf, and I just followed the crew. and I'm glad I did. So that's how I got into golf, yes.
All right, good. And so tell us a little bit about the organization, Greens Lady Club.
Ladies.
Because
it's more than one.
Yes.
Okay, it's okay. Well, the Greens Ladies was organized in 1954 out of Philadelphia. They used to be at a location called Fairway Golf Club. Their role initially was to just play hostess to the men who went out to play. When they got to the 19th hole, they're looking for the ladies, what food did you bring, and so forth. So the ladies felt, well, I know I'm worth more than this. I watched the game, I like it, now I want to get involved. So that's how the club started. They started at Fairway in West Philadelphia. And the woman whose idea it was first was Lorraine Sawyer. So she and 7 other women organized the Greens Ladies Golf Club. Beautiful. And from there, history was made. They've been up and down the coast. We play tournaments, invite other organizations to play in Philly, and we visit other areas to play also. So that's what's going on.
Beautiful. And how do you become a member of the organization?
Okay. You have to have an interest in the sport. You have to have some knowledge in the sport, and you have to be willing to further your learning in the sport. You got to be able to put the time in and improve. So generally, Women might see us on the golf course with our green shirts on. I think Lauren saw us out there playing, and that's how she got involved.
Okay.
That's Lauren Grant. Matter of fact, I don't know who's watching or who knows her, but that's Lauren Grant. She's a greens lady, and she saw us out there playing, right? Right, Lauren? Yeah, okay. And so that's how basically a lot of women found out about the greens ladies, or that they'll tell a friend, and so you want to join. So you have to show the interest, fill out an application, pay $100 to join, which is also your membership fee. So greens ladies cost $100, and if you just try to improve your game, everybody's happy.
Beautiful, beautiful. And I heard, Pat, that y'all have an invitational coming up real soon. You want to talk? You mind sharing a little bit of information?
All right. I don't mind. It's going to be May 29th, which is Memorial Weekend. It's going to be in the morning. The actual not tea time. You hear that? The actual shotgun is at 9 a.m. But of course, everybody's going to try to get there by 7:30 or so. It's a scramble, and so it's a lot of different things that go on. You have the longest, the drive, the closest to the pin, all those things. So it's different ways to get prizes. But the big thing is that it is on Memorial Weekend, and you can register. I don't know. Do we have local people listening, so I can give you the information for?
Yes, give the information out, Pat, because it's going to go out on the podcast, and we're going to put it out on Facebook and some other platforms. So you can give that information out now.
So for me, the easiest way to get to where it says number of tickets was to go to Eventbrite.
Okay.
All right. And if you put in Greens Ladies, it's separate words, so it's not all together. Greens Ladies Golf Club. In that instance, there's no parenthesis. There's no parenthesis, just Greens Ladies Golf Club. And it'll come up, and then you can see all the information about buying tickets and sponsoring holes and so forth.
Beautiful, beautiful. And I'm going to get Cal in here in just a minute, because I heard you're hosting it at the famous Walnut Club. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
All right. So Cal, tell us a little bit about the Walnut.
Well, Walnut Lane, the course was established back in 1940. It's a tight little course in the Philadelphia neighborhood, nestled in the Philadelphia streets. It's in the northwest section of the city. It's kind of tucked away, along Henry Avenue and in Walnut Lane. It's about a par 62, about 6,300 yards. So it's a pretty short course. Actually a lot shorter than that. But it's a pretty short course, pretty tight course. It's right in the middle of the neighborhood. A lot of people in the community come and play. A lot of people from the city come and play, and it's just a family type atmosphere. From people along throughout the city.
Okay, and good. And Kyle, you just took the position as the head pro or the GM?
Director of golf.
Director of golf. Okay. And how's your experience with that been so far?
It's been great. I'm learning a lot. It's something different every day. I'm getting more comfortable. Every minute, every hour, it's a lot to take in. But every day I'm just getting a little bit better, and 1% better every day. I'll get better over time.
Right. And you all set for these Greens ladies to come to the invitational, right?
Absolutely. I've been ready for a little while now.
Okay, good. All right, Pat, let's get you back in here. So Pat, you also have some things going on with with junior golf. How do the Greens ladies support junior golf?
Okay, so we have for years always tried to work with children in youth golf organizations. When we were members of the Freeway Golf Club, that was the first Black-owned golf course in the United States, and we were members of that golf club at Freeway. All right. So Bill Bishop, who is or was a PGA pro, had a group out there that was a Bill Bishop youth golf group. And the Greens ladies would work with those children in that group. So we did that for several years with donated funds for golfers in Zambia. We have sponsored children to go to college, we didn't pay for, of course, their college career, but we did what we could.
Right.
Yeah, and of course, with the first tee this past year, now we didn't do much until Lauren. So Lauren is our catalyst for getting involved. So thank you, Lauren.
Yeah, Laura.
We have last year we sponsored some members to play in the tournament, and we sponsored a hole. This year we're going to sponsor 4 children to play in it and sponsor a hole. And also, I think we have 8 or 9 members who are going to play. So we're supporting it in that way. We're gonna do whatever we can, whatever we need it for.
That's awesome, Pat. So Pat, talk a little bit about why does your organization feel that is so important to support junior golf right now?
Well, it's important at any time, and not just golf, and for any sport. I mean, when children play a sport, they learn so much that prepares them for life. Character, confidence, honesty, integrity. There's so much teammanship, competitiveness. It's so many areas of one's being or one's character that's developed through sports. So we just think it's just important.
Yeah, it is. And you hear that, you actually hear that cry a lot across the country, Pat, about, junior golfers needing help with registration, travel, especially a lot of the
financially, yeah.
Yes,
Definitely.
yes.
Yeah.
And not just financially too, Pat, but access to really nice courses, coaching, mental toughness and fitness, and it's a lot that comes with the elite level junior golf. So it's really good to hear that the Greens ladies are really have that initiative to really support junior golf.
Yeah, it's so exciting just to see the kids out there practicing and playing. It's really exciting.
Awesome.
It's really heartwarming,
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it is. And so as a president, Pat, what has been some of your organization's most proudest accomplishments to date?
To date, I would say just supporting these young people. Overall, we've been doing it for many years, and so I don't know what's most what stands out among everything else. Just the fact that we are striving to continue to do what we're doing. We're planning on developing a first tee scholarship each year. So we're pretty proud of that.
That's good. That's good. And so if you have a junior that's interested in getting support, how does a junior go about maybe applying for support through the organization? What steps do the juniors need to take?
Now, we don't have any particular form or anything at this point, but they can get online and contact Greens ladies. We have someone Ronnie, who takes care of applications, but they can really contact me, president. They can contact Lauren, of course, since she's with First Tee. So she's familiar with any most youth golf organization. So I would say contact the Greens ladies. We can be contacted on Facebook, Instagram. They can go to Walnut Lane, and Kyle will know how to get in touch with us. So just come on. We'll do whatever we can.
That's great. Thank you so much, Pat, for sharing that information. And I was just going to ask you, how can everybody reach you on social media? So you just hit that. So, so Kyle, anything else you want to add to what the Greens ladies are doing, and what you're doing at your at the golf club?
So yeah, the golf club, we have a lot going on. Their invitation was coming up. They now have a membership that they can call Walnut Lane Golf Club their home, which wasn't there before. We're just expanding so much, and then like the master plan of Walnut Lane coming up is pretty impressive too. We have a new clubhouse coming on the way.
Okay.
Plans for that going down soon, so hopefully we get that started this year and then finished in 2023. But nothing's finalized yet, but we will have something new. The first tee's off and running here. Programming's happening almost every day.
Beautiful.
We have a lot of plans for the course too. We cut down a lot of trees, trying to make the course a little bit more playable, a little more open.
Right.
Help out with the greenery and the scenery and everything, and help out with the recovery of the greens and whatnot. But we're working on green expansions, bunker restorations. Trying to make the course as great as we can. Try to keep it up and try to make it the best we can for not only our kids but our customers, Greens ladies members, everybody. So trying to make it the best we can.
That's good. And Kyle, have you had an opportunity to start any type of elite junior golf training at your club yet?
Oh, well, we just have the first tee, which I could say is pretty elite. We have a bunch of PGA professionals who coach for us. Like I run an Eagle class on Saturday mornings with the kids who are like 18.
Okay.
So that's like more of our advanced golfers. Then we have PGA section pros who are in the area that do lessons for us and teach clinics and do things like that. So we have a lot of support from everybody around, and we kind of try to make it elite as possible while also welcoming anybody to the game.
Great. Because we need that. We need all different levels of golf, and the first tee, they do that, especially with the Eagle program. My son is in the Eagle program here in South Carolina, so we participate in that as well. So what we're going to do at this time is we're going to open up the lines, and we're going to see if anybody has any questions for Pat or Kyle. Again, we got the Greens Ladies Club on tonight, and we've got Kyle, who's the golf director at Walnut. And so if y'all have any questions, just unmute your lines and you can ask any questions you like.
Good evening. Thanks for coming on, everybody. I have a question for Mr. Spalding.
Yes.
Who would you say is the flyest dad that comes through the Walnut Lane Golf Club?
I would have to say yourself.
I was wondering, but no, seriously, Ms. Bannum, thank for coming on. I have a question for you.
Okay.
So I am trying my best to try to get my wife involved in golf. Do you guys have any sort of introductory welcome type of events for sort of very beginning golfers?
Is she really interested in the sport? Does she have some knowledge of the sport? And is she willing to learn?
That
was 3 questions. Go ahead.
No, she has shown an interest in the past, and she knows a very little bit, but she has a couple of the males in her family play. So
we've had several ladies this past year that were in the same predicament, and just have her fill out an application. It doesn't matter really, but what her level is, and we'll take it from there. But just have her go online, look for Greens Ladies, fill out the application, and we would take care of her from there. I don't think anybody's turned us down, after we talked to them. And we had some girls that had pretty bad games, I'll tell you. But it doesn't matter. So yeah, I would give you my number, but then I'm not going to give you my number right now. But yeah, we'll take care of it.
I'm also over at Walnut Lane, so I can get it from Kyle.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, Kyle.
Sounds
So if anybody comes to you and says they're interested, then you can contact myself, Lauren. You see her daily, probably. Oh, okay, so you can contact. Matter of fact, Lauren, I'll make you that contact person because Lauren can she get in touch with me. Okay. And Darren, what's your wife's name?
Her name is Joy, Joy.
Okay. Okay. All right. So no problem. We'll take care of Joy.
Thank
All
you.
right. You're welcome.
Awesome. All right. Any other questions for Pat or Kyle? Hey, Lauren.
Thank you so much for doing this. And thank you to Pat and Kyle. My question, and both of you all can answer in whatever order, but my question is, what, aside from the finances, like in a perfect world, if money were not an issue for our junior golfers, what is another important or what is another, I guess, barrier to entry that you all have seen in the junior golf industry?
So you find that because they don't have access to clubs, they don't have access to golf courses, how can they even get there, if their parents didn't bring them? So, I mean, it's not like a schoolyard or something like that. So I think that's a major barrier. If Tiger's not playing, the parents don't have golf on TV. So then the kids aren't focusing on golf. So their focus is basketball or something like that. And I'm not just saying boys, but girls are doing whatever girls do. So to me, it's exposure, physical exposure, and even exposure just watching sports and television. So that would be my opinion.
I can't give a better answer than that. That's pretty much what it is. It's just like the access is, because like the golf courses, it's 3 golf courses in the city limits. Walnut Lane, Juniata, and John Burn. First tee's at 2 of them. But it's hundreds of basketball courts, hundreds of tennis courts and everything like that. It's just being able to get to them and being able to like go out and play, having the equipment and everything like that. That's just a major barrier.
Right. And Kyle, one of the things that I've always said is you have to get them in early before they figure out what they're doing. And so once you get them in early, then you can, you got to get them when they're in elementary school, and you got to get them early and get them into some type of, the first tee program out. One of the things that I told our first tee director here is that, maybe you can go into the elementary schools, maybe you can, have an invitation for them to come out and just see how many kids you can come out, because of course, there'll be a lot that start, but it may not be as many that start that finish. So you just got to try to get as many of them out as possible just to see how enjoyable the game of golf really is. So I think we need to get them in early. What's your thoughts on that, Kyle?
Exactly. That's kind of what we do here. So the first tee like runs the golf course here and the golf course at John Burn. So we do a yearly lease with the city that we have, 20-year leases. So the first tee being able to operate the course, we have the ability to do field trips and, close down the course for classes, close down the range, and kind of give the kids it's the kids, home. They're always welcome. It's always open and always available. And so being able to do that helps a lot. We partner with like over 90 schools and youth or service organizations. So, having the ability to provide transportation for them to come out, helps a lot in exposure to the game and getting it in elementary schools and middle schools and along with high schools as well. It just, helps grow the game and we're here to change the game. So that's the number one thing we try to do is make it available to everybody and open up our doors and welcome, every single person we can.
Beautiful.
So, Ro, I have a question. This is Angela.
Okay, Angela.
Hi, my question is just to piggyback off of what you said. Kyle, is there any plans? Because I have a young foster son and he's 4 and he's always trying to play golf because he sees me practicing in the house playing golf and I'm already showing him how to hold a club. So does the first tee have any plans to have any like younger kids? Because I keep looking, on the or when I get the Tuesday notes to try to see when they're going to start classes for the younger kids. Because he wants to start and he's 4.
We'll have a class for like younger kids, like 4 to 6 years old, because the first tee did change the curriculum recently. So it went from like levels of player, par, birdie, eagle, ace, to now an age-based curriculum. So now we have to go 7 to 9, 10 to 11, 12 to 13, 14 to 18. And then there's like a 4 to 6 class. So we'll add one of those shortly, when we get all the curriculum, quirks and, everything fixed. So we'll figure out a way to add that soon.
Hey, Angela,
Okay.
just
Yeah.
do what I did.
What?
We had a little legends program here, and I think the age requirement was 5. And I just took John. He was 3 years old. I just took him. They didn't turn him away.
Okay.
That's another thing. We never say no. So
Great.
Yeah. All right. Any other questions for Kyle or Pat? Any other questions? All right. Okay. So, Kyle, any closing thoughts, and then we'll let Pat close it out with her closing thoughts. Okay.
Nothing. I'm just excited. Excited for the year. Excited for where the first he's going, where Walnut Lane's going. We did a record number of rounds last year. We're on pace to do a record number of rounds this year. So golf is growing. We're just trying to keep continuing that and welcoming everybody that's new to the game. The pandemic kind of sparked it. We're just trying to keep growing, keep getting better, and keep improving, and then open, the game to everybody we can.
All right. Good. And Pat, final thoughts.
Well, I'm also excited. I know for one thing, the Greens ladies has doubled in numbers. So we are getting exposure, and I'm excited about that. And the more we do, the more funds that we can bring in, the better we can do, with more we can give towards these youth programs. So yes, I'm excited about that. I'm excited about this tournament that's coming, this invitational. I think we're going to do very well, and then we'll see where we go from there.
Great. Well, Pat, Kyle, the Greens Ladies Club, man, we thank y'all for being on our podcast tonight. Hopefully, this will be a platform that can reach a few more people in the Pennsylvania area, New Jersey area, and hopefully we can get a good turnout at the invitational coming up so we can support these juniors. Okay. So thank y'all for everything that you do, Kyle. Thank you for everything that you do, Pat. Let's continue to grow the game in our communities, and y'all have a good night. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.